Let's find out that he took this precious angel, Brittany Murphy, from us, and all these people around Diddy seem to be unalived by pneumonia as young, thriving people.
I'm a happy type person. I smile a lot.
I know way more about this than I probably should because I loved the woman, but she passed away in 2009 from pneumonia and anemia because that's normal at 32, right? She also had the same coroner as Whitney Houston, Paul Walker, Tom Petty, Michael Jackson, and Kim Porter, who is his
For real?
Yeah.
Yes, you want to hear? Paparatoro, ciao Valentini.
La si Venezia.
Ciao Valentero, ciao Valentini. Ciao Valentino.
Brittany Murphy's untimely death in 2009 shattered many hearts. It remains a deeply felt loss today, and her story appears far from over. Recently, federal authorities uncovered fresh evidence implicating Ashton Kutcher, her former boyfriend, along with his close friend Diddy, in the circumstances surrounding her death. Allegedly, Brittany did not die of natural causes. Instead, she succumbed to pneumonia, similar to Kim Porter. This new revelation provides investigators with the connections needed to link the cases and potentially hold Ashton and Diddy accountable. What exactly is this evidence? Could her demise have been more than just an unfortunate accident? And why do the details of her death echo those of other prominent cases? Let's explore further.
Now, after all this Diddy stuff has come out, it's very suspicious. So let us find out that you were involved in this because we loved this woman. Rest in peace, beautiful.
Brittany's death remains one of the entertainment industry's most profound losses. She was a promising actress, known for her performances in films like Clueless, Just Married, and 8 Mile. She seemed destined for a long and flourishing career. Tragically, everything unraveled when fans were met with the heartbreaking news of her death on December 20th, 2009. According to reports, she collapsed in the bathroom of her home, where she lived with her husband, Simon Monjack, and her mother, Sharon Murphy. Her condition worsened to the point where Sharon had to call emergency services, pleading, "Brittany, please come back."
Brittany, please come back!
Brittany was rushed to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles for treatment. But tragically, she didn't survive. As fans struggled to cope with the devastating news, many were left questioning the chain of events that led to her untimely death. Reports indicated that Brittany had been experiencing flu-like symptoms in the days preceding the tragedy. Her mother, Sharon, recounted that Brittany was lying on the patio, gasping for air. "I told her to get up," Sharon said. She replied, "Mommy, I can't catch my breath. Help me, help me." She was always so theatrical. I've replayed those moments countless times in my mind. Simon said that providing her with oxygen might risk her heart stopping. Subsequently, he experienced a long, terrible seizure. In an effort to help, Sharon prepared hot tea with ginger and lemon for Brittany, noting that her lips were cracked from dehydration. Chief Coroner Assistant Ed Winter later revealed that Brittany had been critically ill with pneumonia, severely anemic, and on medications, all of which combined led to her demise. On the surface, it seemed straightforward: pneumonia coupled with anemia. However, there were discrepancies that needed addressing. For one, Brittany reportedly wasn't on medications as stated in the autopsy. Simon Monjack explained that she was using herbal remedies, which wouldn't have caused harm. He mentioned that the only prescription drugs in the house were related to menstrual relief and a bottle of cough syrup. If true, the mention of a mixed medication cocktail in the autopsy raised more questions. And then there's the eerily similar case of Kim Porter. According to Kim's autopsy, she had no significant medical history, but began experiencing flu-like symptoms a few days before her death. She received treatment from a home visit physician, including saline and vitamins administered by a nurse. Kim had last seen a doctor 2 years prior and had no reported health complaints after returning from a trip to Africa about a month before her death. The coroner's office determined she passed from lobar pneumonia, the exact diagnosis given in Brittany's case. Suspicious parallels continued to surface. Allegedly, Kim had been working on a tell-all book before her untimely death, with intentions of speaking to authorities about Diddy. She reportedly expressed fear, and many speculated that Diddy was involved in silencing her. Similarly, reports claimed Brittany was plagued by paranoia in her final days. Alex Ben Block from The Hollywood Reporter delved into the circumstances surrounding her passing. He noted that both Brittany and Simon seemed to be in hiding. They avoided emergency medical care out of fear that paparazzi might expose their illnesses, harming their career prospects. Brittany even used aliases at pharmacies to conceal her identity. Simon, meanwhile, alleged they were under constant surveillance, with helicopters and wiretaps fueling their paranoia. He isolated Brittany from those who might challenge his influence. Some might argue that Simon was controlling, but others believe he was merely protecting Brittany from an unforgiving industry. He even approached The Hollywood Reporter to write a book about her before the autopsy results were released, convinced that Brittany had essentially died of a broken heart due to Hollywood's cruelty. Simon accused studios, producers, and agents of fabricating rumors about her tardiness, memory issues, substance use, and partying to ruin her career. Simon particularly blamed Warner Bros., which had terminated her as a voice actor for Happy Feet 2, after tabloids spread allegations about her. Brittany had been devastated, weeping for hours over her treatment. She hadn't landed a major studio role since 2004's Little Black Book, and Simon believed she was deliberately blacklisted by former agents and managers. The tension culminated when Brittany was dismissed from the film The Caller, with producers citing her as a hindrance to production. This was the final push that drove Brittany to leave Hollywood. Simon clarified it wasn't about the money, it was about finding meaningful opportunities to showcase her talent. She yearned to prove her abilities in singing, dancing, and performing, believing it was her life's purpose. Despite her talents, Brittany seemed to face invisible barriers to achieving her goals. Looking at the eerie similarities between Brittany and Kim Porter's final days is unsettling. Both women passed away from pneumonia, both appeared to be fleeing something prior to their deaths, and eerily, Brittany's husband also died under terrible circumstances just months after her. Some online sleuths speculated that mold in their home might have been the culprit, but this theory didn't hold up. Brittany's mother lived in the same house and remained in good health, and a comprehensive home inspection in 2010 confirmed there was no mold issue. So what truly happened? And more intriguingly, how is Ashton Kutcher connected to any of this? Ashton and Brittany first met on the set of the romantic comedy Just Married. The two began dating in 2002, and Ashton couldn't stop praising her. He once told MTV that working with Brittany taught him something new daily. She just brings it, man. She's really amazing. She makes me smile every day. I'd work on any project with her, he said. Brittany reciprocated the admiration, calling Ashton one of the kindest people she had ever met. He's extraordinary. He keeps surprising you with how talented he is, she gushed. Unfortunately, their romance didn't last, and they separated in 2003. Ashton moved on with Demi Moore, while Brittany fought her battles. Years later, fans revisiting their relationship suspect Ashton didn't truly respect Brittany. After her passing, he made only brief remarks. She was the kind of person who walked into a room and started dancing. I try to honor who she was and celebrate her spirit without overanalyzing it, because there's no making sense of it. That was it. He seemed to distance himself from any connection to her death. When HBO Max approached Ashton to participate in the documentary What Happened, Brittany Murphy, he declined. Interestingly, it has been alleged that Ashton continued to see Brittany even while married to Demi Moore. A witness recounted being with Ashton and Diddy, where Ashton reportedly discussed sneaking into Brittany's home and worrying about being caught by paparazzi. Diddy advised Ashton that it could be the doorman or his security leaking information. The two men allegedly had a secretive relationship with Brittany, even when she was no longer in Ashton's life publicly. Questions arise about the nature of their involvement. Why did Ashton go to lengths to avoid associating himself with Brittany's death, but was comfortable visiting her discreetly? Speculation also points to Ashton and Diddy's close friendship, which was well known for years. However, now that Diddy faces legal troubles, Ashton appears to have distanced himself from the former mogul. Some insiders suggest Ashton fears his name could appear in incriminating evidence tied to Diddy. Ashton's camp has worked hard to dismiss such claims. Sources close to him insist the allegations are absurd and baseless. They claim Ashton's interactions with Diddy were limited to a few public events. Yet, doubts linger since Ashton helped organize one of Diddy's famous white parties in Beverly Hills. On July 4, 2009, Ashton spoke about his charity work, saying he was proud to align with a cause and planned to continue collaborating with different organizations annually. But where does all this leave us? Many fans believe that Brittany grew close to Ashton and uncovered his involvement in Diddy's infamous parties. When she allegedly threatened to expose the truth, Ashton sought help from his friend Diddy, who may have silenced her in the same manner as Kim Porter, who also posed a threat to his reputation. In the end, there are too many unanswered questions surrounding Brittany Murphy's tragic passing. Her family and fans deserve clarity. Was Ashton, Diddy, or someone else responsible? Will the authorities reopen her case and finally uncover the truth? Share your thoughts in the comments and explore more videos on our channel.